Welcome to all you Aries people, and welcome for your March horoscope for Aries for 2016. And for some of you, happy birthday, for those of you who have a birthday at the very end of the, around the end of the month. Now I'm going to be talking about a lot of stuff actually, about Mars and Saturn, Mars your ruler, of course, and a bit about the eclipses. Now, the eclipse that is mostly important for you is not the Piscean eclipse, because Pisces is not a key area of your life, but is the lunar eclipse with the sun in your sign of Aries, and then with the moon in the 7th house of relationships. So what is this all about? Let's start with this lunar eclipse on the 23rd. The eclipses, so the solar and the lunar, they are part of a larger eclipse family, and they are called the Saros family. These ones are from the Saros 18 South family. Now, if you think this is Latin, for those of you who are interested in a bit of more astrology, you can check out the link that I put here down below. That is about that is about these explanation of these Saros families. Now, but what every eclipse family has a flavor, and what is the flavor of this eclipse? It's the flavor of new situations. So endings in a way, yes, could be, but also with new situations coming up and with positive new outcomes. So it's a very transformative energy of the eclipse. Sometimes, you know, the eclipses is about something totally different. And the eclipse, of course, for you in the eclipse that is the lunar eclipse, is about you and that other person. So you might be in a relationship, or it might be a business relationship, or it might be even when you are single, that this is about what you think about relationships in general and what you want. Now, having the moon there on the eclipse in that 7th house there means that there is someone in your life that is very important at the moment, or a relationship. As I said, when you are single, you understand that, or you probably feel that you are going to have a need for a relationship. Why do I say need? Because moon is our needs. So it's a bit of a wake-up call for some Aries people that they do need that other person. But it's a balance between I'm needy, and it's also a balance between but I'm an individual, which is already very important for all people who've got planets in Aries, whether it is the sun, the moon, or the ascendant, or even a Venus or a Mars. So this is whenever there's oppositions, there is like a need to get into balance. So relationships are very much in front of the spotlight, you could say. So there is like a restructuring possible with relationships. So for instance, if you have felt that you were too much on your own, that you were too separate from other people, whether you are in a relationship or not, now is the time to adjust. Now is the time to stand with your own individuality, but also have a look at the needs of other people that are very close to you. So don't put your head into the sand towards the needs of others. That's a bit the energy of this eclipse. On the other hand, it's also about, if you think that you were in the past too needy towards another person, which could be the case, you know, sometimes we are all very needy. I mean, we all have our needs, it's not a bad thing. But when we think that we are going to fulfill ourselves just by taking from other people, and with taking, I mean on an emotional level, love me, love me, love me, you know, to the extreme, then you might say that, look, it's a bit more important to come towards my own individuality and spend a little bit more time about what I am about. What do I do for a living? What about my job? What about my plans for the future? So this could be a readjustment as well when it comes to relationships that you have been. It depends on your context. These are general horoscopes. But if you say, yeah, I've been too needy towards someone else, now is the time where you can say, look, I need to adjust this, and you do so. So very interesting eclipse for you Aries people, especially if you've got planets between 0 and 10, well, let's say 6, 7 degrees of Aries. So if you've got planets there, the eclipse is falling into those degrees, on 3 degrees actually, the 3 degrees. So adjustments are very much possible to do so. Again, don't put your hand into the sand if you think you're being a bit too selfish lately, or if you think that you're being a bit too much, giving a bit too much. It's either one way or the other, and the purpose is here to balance this out, which is what Aries and Libra is all about. So that's interesting. On the other hand, there's the eclipse in Pisces, which is your 12th house, and there's so much energy there. Not only on the 23rd, not only the new moon with the sun and the moon together there, there's also Chiron there, the wounded healer, and Saros next to it, which is all about nurturing energy. And also the South Node, which is about letting go. So on a very unconscious level, a lot of Aries people are letting go. They are letting go of relationships that are no longer suiting them. They are letting go of jobs, situations, patterns that are no longer suiting for them. So that the 12th house can mean a lot, but mostly in general, it's an old pattern of behavior that you are recognizing and that you say, this is not suitable anymore. This is causing me more pain than anything else, because that's the Chiron there, and it's not nurturing me anymore, which is the Saros asteroid there. So it could be simply a bad habit that you're having. Maybe you were watching too many movies. Maybe you were watching too many Facebook. Maybe you were drinking too much. Well, whatever it is for you that you are trying to escape, you're letting go of this. You have the opportunity to let go of that. And to release it, basically. To see it, to spot it, and to release it. Because the North Node is in your 6th house, and together with Jupiter. So spending more time with day-to-day stuff, spending more time with little things, with fixing problems, with not running away from problems, this is going to help you out. So wherever the North Node is where we need to go. So you don't need to go to escapism, you escapism. You need to go towards the Virgo, the Jupiter there and the North Node there, which is fixing problems. Maybe it may sound a bit dull for some Aries people out there, but this is how you will feel that you get more growth out of your life by doing these little things, by getting your administration done, by getting anything organized in your life. It's a time to do so. The Jupiter and the North Node, it's when you reach out to that energy, you can accomplish a tremendous amount of growth when it comes to work, when it comes to your health even. Your health as well will benefit from this. So, and last but not least, your ruler Mars is shifting to a Sagittarius, which is great, but it's also going to meet up with Saturn in your 9th house. Now, the 9th house is a very nice house. It's the house of your beliefs. It's the house of it's the house of your opinions, of your higher mind. How do you think? What do you believe in? It's the house of the divine, and Mars and Saturn are there. So it could mean that you put a little bit more effort there to maybe you're starting a new course or you're studying something new, but it demands quite a lot of effort. And if that is the case, don't panic, because Mars is going to be there for quite a long time, and it's going backwards in that house as well. So it shows, and this cycle will be finished around August, September time. So maybe maybe I think a lot of Aries people are going to learn something new, or you are going to teach something towards other people, and you are the authority there, you are going to work hard for that. That's the best thing. If you want quick fix, if you want quick growth, it's not going to happen. The energies of Saturn squaring up to Jupiter there So it's probably related to work, because Jupiter is in your 6th house of day-to-day work. So maybe you are learning something new that has to do with your work. It will be a slow process, but it will be a process that will demand some adjustments there and demand a lot of effort. The best case scenario of Mars and Saturn together is mature and controlled, mastered energy. So it's not like doing something in 1, 2, 3. No, it's doing something steadily, surely, but slowly, and not skipping any step there. Because the Jupiter and the Saturn in an aspect to each other means growth, absolutely, but slowly. So slowly but surely. And for you, it has to do with work, or it has to do with learning something new. Maybe you are going to be traveling a little bit more, but again, it will demand a lot of planning and a lot of work to accomplish that. But also a possibility of learning something that is of the higher mind. So learning astrology, for instance, or learning a new language as well, the 9th house. Or working abroad, working with people from abroad. But again, it's that hard work that needs to be done there. If you can count to 10, and if you are not afraid of working hard, slowly but surely, then and if you see the restrictions that might come up during that hard work, if you embrace those restrictions, and if you say, look, I'm going to become better instead of getting frustrated, then you will accomplish a lot by the end of August. Having said that, I wish you a very good month, you Aries people out there. And thank you for watching, and see you next month. Bye-bye.